On the 8th of July 2014, at Varna Airport in Bulgaria, German holidaymaker Lars Mittank ditched his suitcase, sprinted from the terminal, clambered over a fence, and disappeared into the woods.
What's up, guys? True Crime King back. How we doing tonight? Alright, so we're about to take a look at the case that has baffled me for years now. And now that I have a channel, I want to, do a video on it and see what you guys think happened to Mr. Lars here. So Lars Mittank, he was, on vacation with some friends. Then apparently he got in a fight while over there. So then he stayed back and his friends left. And then he was prescribed some antibiotics. And then the next day at the airport, he just ran out of the airport. Scaled the fence, left all his belongings there at the airport, and then ran into the woods, and no one has seen him since. So, I want to, if he's still alive, I want to, try and find him, right? And if he's not, I want to know what happened to him. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think happened to him, and we're about to watch this. So, here we go.
He would never be seen again, and his abrupt disappearance would remain a mystery for years to come. Lars was on holiday with 4 friends at a resort called Golden Sands. This all-inclusive holiday destination was popular with young Germans. Situated on the coast of the Black Sea, it was considered a low-cost party destination. Lars and his friends were staying at the Hotel Viva Club.
Typical resort, where middle class, boys and girls will go, right?
Within the resort. The holiday was a good one. The group relaxed on the beach, played football, drank together, and went clubbing. All was well until almost a week had passed. Just a few days before he was due to fly home with his friends, Lars got into a fight in a 24-hour McDonald's close to the hotel. It was a brief altercation. Lars was a passionate Bremen fan, while the 4 German tourists he encountered were fans of the rival Bayern Munich. They argued, and someone punched Lars in the face, rupturing his eardrum.
Okay, so another kind of normal thing, right? 2 different, opposing fans of teams, right? Soccer in this case, or football as it's called over the pond there, right? But, yeah, I mean, fights happen. And so Lars was totally normal up to this point.
His friends were naturally shocked by the incident and encouraged Lars to visit a local hospital. He did so, where he was given a course of the antibiotic cefuroxime 500 in order to prevent infection.
Now, I've never heard of that before, so if anybody has heard of it or knows somebody that has taken it before, I would like to hear in the comments if they had any side effects or anything like that.
Lars could have undergone a relatively simple surgical procedure to patch his damaged eardrum, but he did not, perhaps because he decided he would rather be treated at home.
Oh, so it was that bad where he could have had a surgical procedure done? So that's a little worse than I thought it was, at first. Sorry.
Than in an unfamiliar country. In any event, he returned to the hotel with the antibiotics and informed his friends that he wouldn't be accompanying them home as scheduled that day. He had been advised that the change in cabin pressure from being on board a plane could exacerbate his condition, and so he planned to rest and recuperate for a day or 2 before braving the flight.
I would have went on that flight, I wouldn't have stayed by myself just because, I had a ruptured eardrum, and it could have made it a little worse. Not me. I'm going.
His friends, of course, were concerned about him, but Lars assured them that he was fine and just wanted to play it safe. He would get a cheap hotel and follow them home in a day or two. Convinced, his friends left for the airport. Little did they know that they would never see Lars again. Lars, alone now in an unfamiliar place, set about looking for a cheap hotel. It was the busy season, and his choices were limited, but he eventually found a room at the Hotel Colour, which was both cheap and close to the airport. It seemed ideal for his purposes.
It seems like, whenever friends split up is when bad things happen, I mean, I could name, a lot of cases, but, the Maddie Scott case, where the friend was left her and they were supposed to, stay together in a tent. I mean, I don't know. This wasn't planned. I mean, but maybe somebody should have stayed back with him, right?
Night closed in, however, Lars's behaviour started to become erratic. He called his mother from his hotel room and, panicking, told her that he was being followed and needed to find a place to hide.
Alright, so now he's becoming paranoid.
People, he claimed, were trying to rob or kill him. He begged his mother to freeze his credit card, which she did. Then he hung up. Later that night, he texted her, asking what cefuroxime 500, the antibiotic he had been prescribed for his ruptured eardrum, was. CCTV from the hotel foyer shows him pacing about in an agitated fashion, hiding in the elevator, and, at one point, leaving the hotel for an hour in the middle of the night before returning and holing up in his room. He called his mother one more time at dawn, saying that the people who were following him were getting close and that he was afraid.
So he said that the people that were following him are getting close. Well, how would he know that unless he's physically watching them like walk, right? So I think this is in his head. I think the ruptured eardrum is causing him, or it could be the antibiotics, or a combination. It's causing him to become paranoid, and he really believes someone's out to kill him.
Shortly after that, Lars hailed a taxi and travelled to the airport, texting his mother as he did so. His phone battery was running down rapidly, and she was worried about him. She prompted him to go and see the airport doctor before he flew. Lars did so. Dr. Kosta Kostov was on duty that day, and when Lars arrived at his office, the doctor noticed that he was behaving oddly, almost as though nervous or paranoid. Dr. Kostov examined him nonetheless and confirmed that he was well enough to fly. No sooner had he done so, though, than the consultation was interrupted by a construction worker.
Okay, so before this happens, the doctor has just cleared him to fly. He said he does look a little nervous, but he can fly, okay?
The terminal was being refurbished at the time, and it was normal for construction workers to have access to offices and private rooms. On this occasion, however, the intrusion triggered something in Lars. Muttering, he said, "I don't want to die here." Then he leapt to his feet, abandoned his luggage, and sprinted from the room.
Yeah, well, now watch how far he runs and how fast. I mean, he's gotta really believe that he was about to die, man.
CCTV shows Lars sprinting through the airport and then out the main doors. He crosses the car park, clambers over a barbed wire fence, and disappears into a wooded area on the other side.
Barbed wire fence, that hurt, okay? I don't care, what people say. He's just trying to, get over it as fast as he can. It's not like he's trying to not get punctured. He probably does not care about getting hurt whatsoever. He just cares about living, right?
He is never seen again. What happened to Lars after his disappearance remains a mystery. The police conducted a thorough search of the area, including the use of dogs, but found nothing.
Alright, so what, this is time progression? So he's probably injured. Last seen July 8th, 2014. Yeah. I mean, who knows, right? He could still be out in the woods somewhere. I mean, hasn't been 10 years yet, but that would be very unlikely, right?
There was a worldwide appeal, and thousands searched for Lars for days and months. They found nothing. All that's left behind is his luggage, including the untouched cefuroxime 500 pills and the footage of his final moment.
Alright, so hold on. They just said untouched. So that means that, what does he just mean that he didn't take, that Lars did not take any of those antibiotics? If that's the case, then we can just rule out the antibiotics right now, right?
Moments. It has been circulated endlessly, pored over by thousands of viewers, but it provides no clue as to what happened to him after he disappeared into the woods. Some people theorize that he was killed or kidnapped by persons unknown. More likely, however, is that he was experiencing extreme paranoia, perhaps as a result of the blow to the head, or perhaps due to other unknown factors.
It had to be because of the blow to the head, because he wasn't acting like this ever before the blow to the head, right?
This caused him to flee, whereafter he died of exposure and has yet to be discovered, or else has been living rough or in hiding for years, his previous life little more than a memory. While there have been sightings, some of them, like this man found with no documentation and no memory of his past in Brazil, were quite promising, but ultimately none have turned out to be Lars Mittank. The search continues to this day.
Well, that's the story so far of Lars Mittank. I mean, I hope he's still out there, right? I just wanted to get the spread the awareness. You know, I want this case to be solved as much as anybody. I've been following it since it started. But yeah, let me know what you think happened. If you liked it, hit the like button. If not, don't hit the like button. And until next time, True Crime King out.